Today is 650 that I'm here to share lessons on learning, and I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I'm going to speak about one more emotion, and probably this is the most challenging emotion so far that I really want to explain, and that is elation. Today was the first day when I really looked into what elation means. I never heard of it. I'm not native English speaker, so of course there's a lot of words that I do not know. But I found that elation is a very interesting word. So the meaning of elation is extreme joy, extreme excitement, extreme happiness. So why is it important to have extreme happiness? Why is it important to have extreme joy? Now, everything what we do on a daily basis, of course we have able to have that joy, happiness, and a lot of small things really allows you to be happy. But I truly believe that in life, we need to pursue things that could create extreme joy. Now, number one thing that when I think about extreme joy, I always think about dogs. I have seen so many videos when I see dogs reunite with their owners, and look how those dogs are, they truly experience elation. There is joy of seeing their owner, seeing their friend. It's just so contagious. Everyone wants, and I truly believe it, every single person is just adores dogs, the way how they really express their feelings. That's why I really admire dogs, because they're able to be very happy about every single day, every single moment that they really live their lives, because they have that elation, extreme happiness when they really experience something that's really worth spending their joy. Now, when I think about human elation, one thing that we need to understand that elation could not be constant, because elation is extreme happiness. So that means those moments are rare, but we need to treasure those moments. And of course, elation is an emotion that every single person has different emotions, different kind of. Because one person wants to have a huge wedding and they will experience a huge elation because of that wedding. Well, some person wants just to have small weddings. One person wants to have big birthdays because they have that big meaning of birthday, and because they have that meaning, they want to have that extreme joy with that event, that birthday. So that means I think that every single person needs to look into their emotions to see what kind of activity creates extreme joy, extreme happiness, that you really want to treasure that memory for years. For example, wedding, birth of a child, first, second, third, because you treasure that memory even for decades, because it was that important. So think about all your life. How many elation moments you had in your life? Because I truly believe every single person is supposed to have that. And I would think about the future. What kind of moments you would love to create? Maybe that could be, and of course there's a lot of times if we look into the things that you want to create, but at the same time, elation could be that we able to be present. Going into a forest in the autumn and being able to be present and enjoy that present moment. I look into trees, I look into the leaves, I look into one leaf, and look into how it's structured. So that could create a lot of elation in that moment if you choose to, because it's not easy. Life is full of information, full of activities, full of stuff that we are always trying to pursue. But I found that I always find much more joy that I'm able to really slow down. Because what happens to slow down? You're able to experience that activity more deeply. And more deeply experience creates more elation. That means you experience the joy more in deep, and that's at the same time extremely. So that means that when you want to have more familiarity, what elation means, we need to slow down and start looking what are those moments in our lives that potentially could create elation. So that means if you are looking for a partner, you want to get married, you want to have kids, maybe that buying a house could be elation. Maybe writing a book would be elation. Maybe it could be achieving in sports something. It doesn't matter. You need to choose. It doesn't matter what your neighbor John says, Bob, Nancy. It doesn't matter who says who about elation, about joy, about happiness. This is your list. What is your bucket list, travel list? Because I truly believe that bucket list is essential. Most people don't believe in bucket lists, but I believe in bucket lists. It doesn't matter that it could be that you will change. Something will cross out that is not important anymore because of your values change. Something that you will add. But I really love, I did my list probably 5 years, 6, 7 years ago, and I know that I already achieved multiple, but there's a lot of things that I still pursue. And adding and thinking, does that really means to me as much as it meant like 5 years ago? And I found a lot of things that really mean exactly the same thing. Because one of the main goals of my life is be a full-time daddy. I really leave a legacy because my dad was an amazing leader, so I want to keep his legacy. So I hope that in the future, when I will be able to transfer the same belief to my kids, they will be able to basically transfer my legacy to their kids, and of course, kids beyond that. And that is when I think about what is my elation moment. What kind of emotion, what kind of activities, when I think about the future, will create elation. So today, main topic was elation. The idea of elation, I never had it before, and of course, learning about emotions really makes me excited. Because if I didn't know what elation means, what other emotions I do not know yet? Because of course, that's easy saying that if you do not know emotion, how are you supposed to feel it? So now, like now I know what elation means. Now I'm able to pursue it and find a way how I could experience elation. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.